We're in Bourbon Street in Bundaberg, and we're with a gentleman by the name of John Avenell. John, welcome.
John Greenhouse. Get it?
John Greenhouse, I beg your pardon. I keep forgetting it's great-great-grandfather, Nick Greenhouse. And also it's Michael John Greenhouse. You just told me that one.
It is, yep.
Welcome, John. How are you?
I'm
fine. I got that wrong, didn't I?
What was that?
It's John Greenhouse.
That's correct.
I know, because you are from the Avenell family.
I'm part of the clan, but it comes through Mum's side of the family.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm feeling nostalgic because I can remember coming in here as a child to pick up magazines, and all our family used to be clients.
One of them, I think, was the English Woman's Weekly.
I can remember it distinctly.
And I don't think it was the People's Friend. I think it was the English Woman's Weekly.
Right. Okay. So, am I talking about in the days of your grandmother, great-grandmother? Who would it be back then?
Well, my great-grandfather started the business.
When?
In 1898.
Wow. See?
And he was on the opposite corner over there.
Ah,
where
right.
the Japanese restaurant is.
Okay.
And it started, I'm not sure why he started, but I assume he probably had enough of working for other people. He was still in his early 20s.
Wow.
And
okay.
Mr. Sinclair, who was the licensee of the Grand Hotel,
Right.
financed him.
Good heavens.
The
It's amazing.
Sinclair family remained family friends right up till the 1970s, and I can remember some of the old lady Sinclairs
Okay.
coming into the shop or coming to visit my aunts.
Okay. So from the 1890s with great-great-grandfather,
Yes.
who was the lady that was here when I used to come in?
So that was Iris Avenell. That was his 5th daughter.
Oh.
So he had 6 daughters and 1 son.
Okay.
And his brother, who was the Avenell brother, Uncle Ted, he had 6 sons and 1 daughter.
Oh.
So-
Okay. That got that sorted.
Yeah, so that got that sorted. And of all of those, what was that, 12, there was only 2 who were sort of interested in the business.
Okay. So going back from there, through the generations, and now here you are, how long have you been back here?
Well, it's when did I start at Avenell Bros?
Yeah.
I started 56 years ago.
And he's only 35 now.
But seriously, I came back full time. Well, I initially came back for 6 months, and that was at the end of 1998.
Right.
And the business was in a fairly sad state at that stage. The generations had grown older.
Yeah.
The customers had grown older. Your
I know.
included.
Yeah.
And there were no young ones. So
Okay.
I came back, and it got around that there was a new generation in town,
Good.
new generation in the store.
Yep.
So we got the average age of the customer down. And
yes,
things
as you
started to
do.
pick up, and it got interesting, and
Good.
it became fun. And
Now-
I like retail, so
Good. Because you've been doing your thing around the world and coming back and settling here, so that's wonderful. Now, just not Avenell Brothers' store. We know from Bundaberg people that we have a suburb called Avenell Heights.
yeah,
That's the family name, correct?
that's correct. The family of Avenells that came out from Wiltshire, they were left off in Mackay. The boat they were on stopped in Mackay.
Mhm.
After 2 years there, the parents and the younger siblings came to Bundaberg because my great-great-grandmother said she didn't want to get mildew and mould to death. They
Okay.
couldn't stand the humidity.
In Mackay, okay.
And they moved to Bundaberg.
Sure.
So the younger kids came with them, and that was Uncle Ted, my great-grandfather, and there was
Others?
one of the girls, and there was a younger boy as well.
Okay.
And Granddad's history was that he started as a paper boy for Mr. Young, who owned the emporium that was on the corner here behind us.
Okay.
So
Yep.
Mr. Young had started his business in 1875.
Heavens above.
In 1888, he built this group of shops,
Right.
and the corner shop was a 2-storey emporium with a wrought iron balcony
Yes.
and a wrought iron spiral staircase.
Yep.
And there's still people who talk about the wrought iron spiral staircase.
Wow. Okay. So jumping forward from there, the Avenell family must have settled in that area.
Yes. Okay, so the 2 brothers, once they became successful, and Uncle Ted had other businesses, built properties on what was called the Old Maryborough Road.
Yes, which is
now referred to as Goodwood Road.
Right. Goodwood Road. Yep.
And they had 10-acre adjoining properties with Queenslanders.
Right. Okay.
And billiard rooms and tennis courts. And
Sure.
all that sort of thing.
Exactly.
But Grandad had started as I said, he started his business across the road. But before that, he worked for Mr. Young as a paper boy.
Right.
and one of his jobs was to row his boat across the river to deliver papers at North Bundaberg, because this is all pre-traffic bridge.
Wow,
There was a ferry, but they
yeah.
weren't going to pay
No.
the toll on the ferry.
Okay.
So he rowed a boat across the river.
Unbelievable.
He worked for Mr. Young when he left school for several years. I think it was 10 years maybe. But in the meantime, it was sold to John White, and John White took over the business, but then he got involved in politics and wanted to devote himself to politics. And in 1912 it was put on the market, and Grandad brought Uncle Ted into the business because Uncle Ted was getting very itchy and wanted to go back to the UK because he wasn't successful in Bundaberg, and this was a way of keeping him and his family in Bundaberg.
So
and that's when it became Avenell Brothers, the 1st of January 1913.
Okay, now which one of your ancestors was the local mayor?
Uncle Ted was the mayor.
Wow, okay.
And he was the mayor at the opening of the traffic bridge. So
Oh,
he features
wow.
in the photo of the opening of the traffic bridge. But Grandad was an alderman at that stage,
Ah.
and he's in the back of the photo. So they're both visible.
It's all family.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
from the shop and all the surrounding area, Avenell Heights as we know it. John, thank you for your time. This has been such an eye-opener for me. As I said, being a local boy who used to come here, but to know the history now is just,
That's it in a
it's
nutshell.
all, it is.
There's a
Well,
bit
there's a
more.
lot more, but that's been fantastic. So again, here we are, community television at its very best with John, who is, of course, now you're the sole proprietor of Avenell
No,
Brothers.
I'm still in partnership with my mother.
Oh,
who's
okay.
94.
Oh my God. Okay, so Avenell
She
Brothers.
does the book.
Good. Avenell Brothers still here in Bourbon Street. So thank you for watching. If you've liked what you've seen on our community television, by all means, like and share us as often as you like. Thank you so much. We'll be back with more. Thank you, John.
Thanks, Sean.